Um, I don't think that's a good game mode to try and push people to play as a team. Although some people did. There was that one team that we played against where everybody was just gathered around the water heater, and there's just nothing you could do because our team wasn't working together. So there's nothing my singular ass is gonna do against that. I'm getting mollywopped every time he comes around. Concord, love it or hate it.
You know what? I actually kind of like it. I got to be honest with you. I had to marinate on it for a little bit, but I do like it. That initial startup, I wasn't sure. It really gave me just Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. But I like the gunplay. I like the characters. I like the variety of characters, the variety of play, their special powers, I guess is probably the better way to put it. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, their abilities. Yeah, it also did like the fact that those abilities, like the cooldown was not, it wasn't that bad. Like I feel like you could cycle through a lot of them multiple times before you ended up dying. So it's not like there was a long cooldown on those. I'm trying to think of like what else. I do like the aesthetic of the game. Like it feels expensive. Just, you know, looking at the menus, the way the characters are designed.
And I like there's no gimmick like ability in there. Like I like that it's kind of different. Like I'm not sure if you want to talk about it, but that damn trash can and his fucking black hole gun or whatever. I gotta tell you, man. Oh Jesus Christ! But even like I don't know her name, but the little SMG chick where she can throw that orb out and then it teleports and things like that.
Yeah, I really like that.
I don't know. There's some real cool abilities. Or the guy that drops like Venus flytraps and he gets stronger through it. I don't know, man. I think it was really well thought out.
It was, and I do also like the gunplay is really solid. You can tell I did read earlier in the day that this game is made by ex-Destiny devs, but also developers who worked on Apex Legends and Call of Duty. So
you can see it.
Yeah, there's plenty of experience here. But I remember reading about that like a year before of these developers creating this studio. And I want to say I was kind of disappointed once I saw the reveal trailer for this, because I was like, this cannot be what you guys have been working on this entire time. Like the market is saturated with these type of games. And it kind of sucks for them because probably when they started the project, arena shooters were basically popping off. Like I'm pretty sure Overwatch was pretty popular at the time, but I just don't feel like the people want this right now. And even they just don't. I just don't feel like. Actually, it's not really a feeling. You go on the comments on that reveal trailer, you can see how people actually feel about this game, and they do not want it. They've been calling them great value Guardians of the Galaxy, claiming the game is just a straight rip-off Overwatch clone. But
well,
the people calling it an Overwatch clone haven't really played it. Because if you did play it, you would see that this game is more similar to Crucible from Destiny than it is to Overwatch. Although I do wish that they would.
Yeah, but you also got to go in open-minded, though. Like, if you're going to go in kind of negatively about it,
yeah,
it's going to be rough. Like, that's just being honest with it, but that's with most games anyways. Like, if you have a negative kind of want to go play it, but if you can just take a step back, drink a beer, relax for a second, get a couple games in, and let it breathe a little bit, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite about it. Those first 9 to 10 games I played, I was like, I don't know if I'm into this. But coming back the next day, obviously playing on a team when you and I were going through it, it was good. Like, I actually had a really good experience, and it really changed the narrative of how I felt about it. I
was going to say it's kind of easy to get wrapped into that mindset when you go into those videos and start looking through the comments. They kind of get you hyped up like, man, this game sucks. Like, I'm definitely not going to play it. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I like that. Let me go ahead and add a heart here. But
Yep.
yeah, I always, when I'm going to the games like this, I always set my expectations low. Even some of the games you can't really get a feel for just based off of, a gameplay trailer. Some people just do not capture the spirit of their game well. And a lot of the times it just takes for you to play it yourself. But also, betas help with that, because I'm not going to spend AAA prices or even $40 to play your game just to see if the game is actually plays well or plays different than what I saw. I'm not doing that. So betas really do help, and it is nice to know that they are doing a second round this weekend so people can try it out. Because I also saw that this game the beta was actually supposed to be locked to pre-orders. But apparently...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, apparently Firewalk and Sony saw those pre-order numbers and was like, nah, we got to get some more. We got to get some more people interested. We got to have some more hands on this. So, yeah, they opened it up to PlayStation Plus members, which I think is a win. You get more, because I want to know what the pre-order numbers were, because they could not have been high, considering the Steam numbers were around 300 over the weekend for the first beta. 300.
Yeah, that's not great.
Talking about Suicide Squad numbers at this.
Yeah, that's not great. That's rough. That's not great at all. But here's the thing: for a $40 game, it's not bad. Like, sure, if that's the type of game you're into, I probably won't dump money into it, because if I wanted to play something like that, doesn't mean I just never mind.
Go ahead.
If I was going to play something that was like that, I think I would rather play the finals. If it was something more
Heavy.
that speed,
Hard agree.
It's not a bad game. It's just not one that I would cater to spending $40 on. Now, if it was free to play, it'd be a pretty cool game,
exactly.
because it would be pretty. It would be up there, because I do like the way the finals does 3v3. They do kind of like search and destroy, but kind of like a free for all, but on teams.
Yeah.
They now have like a 5-on-5 thing that we saw the other day, which I think is kind of cool.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
For me personally, that game doesn't have legs. No, that's good. I just don't think that game has legs for me personally and what I'm into right now to drop $40 on. Now, if it was $70, no, that's going to be a hard pass. That's a hard pass.
I was gonna say, like, that feeling that you get, like, when a game has you. Like, we always joke about the first time that we played the finals beta and how we were up till 1 a.m. just playing.
There's no reason for how hard that game
that
went.
Game took me. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, the whole time I'm playing the match in, I cannot wait to get back in there. Like, this is a game.
And then they went from beta to launch, same game.
Right. And then we got too comfortable with our cosmetics too, because I wasn't happy about them taking that away and then putting a $20 sticker on top of it. I wasn't too happy.
Listen, you still got that same fit now, so I don't want to hear any bitching and complaining.
Right. I
got the damn
that game.
Woodwalkers on.
Yes, I also will always recommend that game. I think they have I think there's like 10,000 players on it right now, but small player base, but a strong player base. And I do want games like that to grow in popularity, because the game is just stupid fun. It's like the amount of destruction, the way the objective box can move, how that can be manipulated. But yeah, going back to
one thing I do like about this game, though, but you know, one thing I do like about this, if you can get a competent team together, like, you can ravage the other team.
You get steamrolled.
Like, utter destruction. And then I don't care what anybody says, that feels good every once in a while when you just freaking obliterate another squad. None of our teams did that. We were the ones getting steamrolled. But I can see, just want to be positive about some games, because I've been pretty shitty on some games the last couple of times we did this. Like, there are some bright spots in the game. Like, the abilities are great, the gunplay is good. You know what, if you have, we don't have that right now, or anymore. But if you got 3-4 guys that can jump on, or ladies can jump on and get after it, the game could probably be really fun. Unfortunately, it's just normally us two playing, but there are some bright spots in the game. Now, how it launches and how they do their microtransactions, that'll probably dictate the way that the lifespan of that game is going to be. But as a beta, not bad. Like, sure, I've caught myself a couple of times loading up and just kind of seeing it. But for me personally, to drop $40 on it, not my cup of tea, so I probably won't do it. But, that doesn't mean down the road I might not pick it up.
Yeah, and I also, what was I going to say? There's obviously some quality here, but I think the $40 is going to really mess with them. And I know they're not going to change this at launch, but I do see this game either we're going to see in about 6 months that there's going to be layoffs from the studio, or this game is going free to play and the microtransactions are going to come in there heavy to sustain it.
Or I wonder, and just throwing it out there, right? Got to play both sides of that fence. I wonder if it launches and this fucking game grabs traction and takes off.
Right.
Because you could almost see, obviously it's not Apex. Let's be honest. It's not an Apex game. But it has aspects of like Apex. It kind of has a feeling a little bit of like Rainbow Six Siege, kind of the way the maps are set out. It's a little strategic in a way. Like, there's some ways that if the right player base catches wind of it and it can be competitive, yeah, I can see it taking off. But like you said, it's also, how are the microtransactions? Are they going to have 7, battle passes and season passes and a pass to buy a pass to get the other pass? And if it's a $40 game and now I got to buy a $30 skin thinking they're Diablo, like, I don't know if it's got legs for that.
And I also want to say, like, if these are ex-Destiny developers, and from what I'm seeing in the Destiny subreddit, people are talking about how this is more akin to Crucible, which is Destiny's PvP mode. Do they really think... I know they don't think that... Well, actually, I want to ask, are there people on Destiny that love Crucible so much that they'd be willing to come away from Destiny and spend $40 for a standalone version of it? Because from what I'm reading and the videos that I see about Crucible now, in its current state, is that they've already got a netcode issues, matchmaking, and a lot of they have some balancing issues as well. I don't think there's enough people. I don't really think you're going to get people coming off of Destiny and going on to this $40 game at all. I really think they should go free to play and just put the microtransactions.
I think it's just really depending on what you're going to do to try to entice that player base over, and that's tough.
I also
because
sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say the game modes also. I didn't feel like there was any standout game modes that basically warranted team play. I don't kill confirm. I don't know. I don't forget what they call it in their game, but it's basically kill confirm, collecting the bounty tags.
Exactly what it is.
I don't think that's a good game mode to try and push people to play as a team. Although some people did. There was that one team that we played against where everybody was just gathered around the water heater, and there was just nothing you could do because our team wasn't working together. But there's nothing my singular ass is going to do against that. I'm getting mollywopped every time he comes around. And if you don't get killed by the trash can tossing bombs at you, the little Star-Lord parody guy or whatever is...
You okay? Want to talk about it?
Guy, let's go body you while you try to run away.
That damn handgun from across the map. Right. I'm not bitter.
But yeah, I don't see this game having legs. I'd say either 3 months layoffs or 3 months we see it go free to play. Or like you said, it can't I hope it doesn't, but I'm just saying, being realistic.
I hope it does well, man. I don't ever want to see a studio shut down, and it's a good concept to, what they're doing, but some of the competition out there it's steep.
Right.
It's real steep.
And we don't really know how also it could be breakout hit because, but then again, Apex, I was going to say, Apex is having problems right now with that stupid ass battle pass they decided to throw in everybody's face. EA basically just spit down everybody's throats. But I don't even think people coming from Apex Legends are going to jump on this either. That's not what they're looking for. They're probably just going to go play and
But you know what? But here's also the thing, though. I didn't really think, and this is for me, I didn't really think the first Descendant was going to hit like it did. And we got people in our Discord putting 70, 80 hours into it.
True.
So, V or, what's his name?
Swiss cheese?
Yeah. He's over there putting, didn't you say he was like 60 hours into that or something?
60 hours in.
So it's just, that's crazy. For me, like, it's a cool game. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are some very good bright spots on that, but I didn't think it was going to be that big of a hit like that. So who knows what this is going to turn into?
I think it also depends on the person when it comes to games like that. Like, we put over hundreds of hours in the Division. A game like that's not going to cater, is not going to grab us because there are better versions of that out there. But for somebody who hasn't played those or has any idea of what a good one is, that's decent enough to grab somebody. The game loop is decent enough to grab somebody and have them play 60 plus hours.
I'm just going to get Farm Simulator.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure that game has great reviews on Metacritic.
Okay, so Concord.
We're literally playing Death Stranding right now. Sometimes it's just good to decompress on different games. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave the grind alone sometimes.
I don't want to talk about it. So you know what? Concord. What do you think? Final thoughts.
There's some quality here, sure, but I don't think there are some aspects about the game that they need to fix. I don't think the game modes are good enough. The customization is not good enough to sustain it. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I think this game is releasing in about a month. So y'all got a lot of work on your hands. I think it's going to be dead on release, but from what I played right now, I'd give it 7 out of 10. It's good. It's good.
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Also, I want to say for a beta, we did not experience a lot of bugs and glitches. It ran fantastic all weekend. If you were one of those people who played Battlefield 2042's beta during the peak of that bull, you would know the difference between polish and this.
You know what? I'm gonna try it again to see what the next little iteration of this is. And hopefully they listen. Hopefully they make some modifications. I think the game has a chance. For me personally, obviously, if you want to get out there and try it, buy it, that's great. For me personally, it's not worth my $40 as of yet, but that's still up for debate.
Yeah. So you say 7?
7. I think it's a solid 7. It was a great beta. It ran well. I wish there was more kind of game modes to kind of get after it, but it played well. The gunplay was well. The character difference, I didn't feel like I was playing the same character when I switched around. It has some good team play aspects. There's enough to say for somebody out there to say, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, yeah, 7 for me as well. I'll hop on the beta again this weekend. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends, family, and sworn enemies. Every little bit counts. When it comes to small creators like ourselves, we're almost at 60 subscribers. A long ways from 8, to be honest.
Right? Moving on up.
Right. Let us know in the comments what you thought of Concord and if you'll be playing the second beta test this weekend coming around. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.